Have you ever wondered how a flowering plant standing alone in a field reproduces? It's an intriguing question, isn't it? The secret lies in the unique process of sexual reproduction in flowering plants. These plants, known as angiosperms, are the most diverse group of land plants on Earth, with a myriad of shapes, sizes, and colors to marvel at. But the real magic happens in the parts of the flower we often overlook. Let's meet the key players, the stamens and the pistil. The stamens, slender filaments topped with pollen-filled anthers, are the male reproductive organs. The pistil, often centrally located, is the female counterpart, with its ovule-bearing ovary at the base, a long style in the middle, and a sticky stigma at the top ready to receive pollen. Together, these elements set the stage for a remarkable process of life creation. Now that we understand the key players, let's dive into the process itself. Our journey begins with a crucial step called pollination. Imagine a bustling city, but instead of taxis and pedestrians, we have pollen grains and flowers. In the heart of this city lies the process of pollination, the grand transfer of pollen from the anther, the male part of the flower, to the stigma, the female part. Now, there are two main types of pollination that take place in this botanical metropolis. First, we have self-pollination, where the pollen from a flower lands on the stigma of the same flower. It's like sending a letter to yourself. Then, there's cross-pollination, where pollen is transferred from one flower to another. It's a bit like sending a postcard to a friend across town. And how does this pollen travel, you might ask? Well, it hitchhikes on the wind, floats along the water, or even catches a ride on insects. With the pollen now on the stigma, we're ready for the next stage. From the stigma, our pollen grain embarks on an incredible journey towards fertilization. This voyage is no less than an epic adventure in the microscopic world of plants. The process of fertilization begins with the fusion of male and female gametes. As the pollen grain lands on the stigma, it starts to germinate, forging a path towards the ovary. This path is nothing but a slender tube known as the pollen tube, which serves as an intimate bridge between the pollen grain and the ovule. Within the ovary, the ovule awaits the arrival of the pollen grain's precious cargo, 2 sperm cells. These cells have a unique destiny. One of them will fertilize the egg cell, while the other has a different yet equally important task. The fertilization of the egg cell by one sperm cell results in the formation of a zygote. This zygote is the first cell of a new plant, like the first page of a new book waiting to be written. Meanwhile, the second sperm cell combines with 2 polar bodies in the ovule. This fusion results in the formation of the endosperm, a vital source of nutrition for the developing embryo. This double fertilization, where 2 sperm cells play distinct roles, is a signature move of angiosperms, or flowering plants. It's like a perfectly choreographed ballet, where each dancer knows their role and performs with precision. Following fertilization, the zygote embarks on its journey of transformation. It gradually develops into an embryo, the baby plant in the making, while the ovule transforms into a seed, a protective shell safeguarding the embryo. This seed, the product of an intricate dance of cells and molecules, is the embodiment of life's tenacity and the promise of a new generation. It is the culmination of the fertilization process, a testament to the miracles of nature. Our flower has now successfully reproduced, but our story doesn't end here. The final stage of our journey sees the seed embarking on a journey of its own. This is the phase known as seed dispersal, which is the process by which our little seed, now fully formed, is spread away from its parent plant. This dispersal can happen in several fascinating ways. Sometimes the wind becomes a carrier, whisking the seed away on a gusty journey. Other times, seeds float on water bodies, drifting until they find a new home. And then there are instances where animals become the transporters, either by accidentally carrying seeds stuck to their fur or by consuming and later excreting them. Once the seed finds its new home, it's time for germination. This is when the seed begins to grow, breaking open its shell to send out roots and shoots. It's a wonderful process that marks the beginning of a new life, and it starts the cycle of reproduction all over again. And with that, our tiny seed is ready to grow into a flowering plant and continue the cycle of life. We've traveled a long way, from a single pollen grain to a new flowering plant. We've uncovered the secrets of flowers, dived into the intricate process of pollination, witnessed the miracle of fertilization and seed formation, and followed the journey of seed dispersal and germination. It's a remarkable cycle of life, happening right under our noses. Next time you see a flower, remember the incredible journey of reproduction it undertakes to ensure the survival of its species. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of the natural world.